Okay. In this video, we will studying about store layout and different type of store layout design. This is important. Types of layout we call it. Okay, we can take down. We say this types of layout. That is important. First one is a grid layout. So how exactly grid layout is? Before going to the explanation, just see the picture. Okay. So this method is called grid layout method. You might have seen this type of these things. Okay, the lines I talked about, DMART I talked about, they all follow this type of grid one. Grid, I hope you understand. Grid. Okay. So what exactly it is? In which counters and fixtures are placed in long rows and runs usually at right angles throughout the stores. Okay. Once you enter DMART, you can find it. You are depends on the designing. Okay, the infrastructure available. Enter, then everything falls at right side. If you get enter, right, 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 right. Okay. Linear design, checkboard pattern. Okay, you can see this. This is all the design. You can see if you know geometric very well. If you have studied it, then only you can understand this. Next, vertical and horizontal aisles. Then may have one main aisle and many secondary aisles. You can say this main aisle and then small aisles. Next, efficient use of space. This is the best method. Most of the retail store follow this. Simple and predictable to navigate, and focal points at aisle ends. Once the aisle is getting end, you will find the focal points at that time. Once you are taking a turn, you will find this. Example, all supermarkets follow the grid one. Okay, so this is the design. The right one you can draw if it is asked in examination with explanation. Next comes the loop layout. Okay, so the type of store layout in which major customers aisle begins at the entrance, loops through the store, usually in the shape of a circle, okay, square, arc, rectangle, and then returns the customer to the front of the store. What happens first is it's a looping. Looping means come back. That is called looping. Okay. So it is like everything starts with the entrance, okay, in the store. So usually in the shape of a circle, okay. Then might be square or even rectangle, and then you can get into the. If it is a circle, you will come like this back. If it is a rectangle, come like this again. Okay, depends. Okay. Then major customer aisles begins at entrance, loop through the store. Okay, exposes customer to the greatest amount of merchandise. Everything can be seized because to get end you have to come back to the again back to the loop. So seasonal sales, they follow this method. Seasonal sales, example, that Darbar ground, you can see the store design, how they do. That is called seasonal one. They come as a season, they design, again you will come. Okay, sometimes, not every time, depends on who is organizing it. They design on their basis. Free flow layout. So here, fixtures and merchandise grouped into free flowing pattern on the sale floor, no defined traffic pattern. This is the free flow layout. I have missed the loop layout. I will send you the picture. Okay, this is free flow. Free flow means you can see and you can identify wherever you want, you can flow that. So in this, if you see, opposite of grid layout, A is of customer movement. Wherever they want, they can move here and there and there and here. If anybody has visited Aquarium Fest, Bijapur, the time of Siddheshwar Jatra, Aquarium Fest, beside the tennis court, behind the tennis court, shuttle badminton court, district ground. Okay, good. So free flowing means if you get inside, it will be something will be there. something will be here. So it will be free flow. But in grid is like you are flowing like this. But here you can go here, here, there, and there. That is free flow. Must provide enough room between fixtures. Okay. Fixtures arranged in interesting formation. Encourages browsing. Works best in small stores under the 5,000 square feet in which customer wish to browse it. Works best when merchandise is of the same type, such as fashion apparel. If there is a great variety of merchandise, fails to provide cues as to where one department stop and another starts. When we are looking at grid, in grid you can find different of stores, but in free flow layout, you have to go with only one type of merchandise. Okay, this type if you find most in the case of your segment, bag segment you can say, bags, or your what do you call ornament segment or something, they will place in this way, free flow way. Okay. This is the typical design where you can check counter at the center. If you have gone to malls, Bangalore, you can find this type of thing. Anybody has seen this type of structure? Just watch it, you can imagine. Watch and imagine. You might have gone. At least mall you have visited. Where, which mall? UB. UB City. You have not find such type of store there inside the mall. You have seen this type of structure. It will be very small, not bigger one, very small. You have to get there only. Counter will be there. Sometimes even Woodland follow this type of structure. Zara, yeah, Zara, Woodland. Woodland also follow this type of structure. At center they will place this place. Again on wall also you can find it. Again you have to come back in the center. If you have seen, you can understand. Next is the spine layout. This is spine layout blueprint you can see in mobile. Okay, just see this. Now we will see the explanation. So variation of grid, loop and freeform layouts. So this is a mixture of all three. Okay. So based on single main axle running from the front to back of the store. एक तरफ से आओ, दूसरे तरफ से बाहर जाओ. That is the get out line. On either side of a spine, merchandise department branch off toward and back or sidewalls. You will find everything here. You will find a free flow. You will find grid also. Okay, and you will find rotation also. Heavily used by medium-sized specialty store ranging from 2,000 to 10,000 square feet. This is important one, the size. In fashion store, the spine is often substantially offset by a change in floor coloring or surface, and it is not perceived as an axle. Okay. This is the typical design. Remember this, explain this.